My name is Mashawn Chamberlain. I'm 26 years old from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm an unsigned free agent. Last season, I played in the CBA, the Central Basketball Association, for the Fort Wayne Flight. I think it was a great opportunity for me to get out and showcase my skills. It was an 8-game season plus playoffs. We finished our season 10-0, undefeated, and capping it off with a championship, which is a great accomplishment to me and the guys and the coaching staff. Something that I could put down in my resume. Also, I was named to the All Defensive Team, which is a personal achievement, accomplishment that I like to, that I'm pretty proud about. I don't like my man scoring on me. I take that as a challenge every night. I like to guard the best player on the opposing team. So coming into that league, I didn't really know much about it. And whoever they said was the best player, I took the challenge on to guard him. So that's some big achievement that I like, that I'm proud of. So,
with Wilson and Whitware. And getting a lot of rest here in the second. They left Chamberlain all alone, and he is. From NBA distance, back rim, no good. 4 seconds. Good look to Beasley, who slams it home.
well, there's various ways that I go about finding information. I'm part of various Facebook groups, Facebook basketball groups. Their daily postings of job opening, whether it be overseas or some semi-league in another city or state. Basically, I go through there every day, and if I see something that I like, I'll email them or reach out to them and see possibly joining or the next steps to go about it. This is a good and a bad thing. Good thing, the site helps you to be informed of different leagues that you may not have know of. The downfall about this is most of the time they're true, but they're not as true as it may seem. There's a lot of scammers out there who just put up postings saying that there's a team interested in you, and these are the next steps. That leads to an email with basically they try to get you to send money through Western Union or some other site, and they have no real connection with the coach. Sad that they do that, but those are some of the things that you got to deal with dealing with the overseas thing through the internet. So basically, I'm just going through that. I know the D League tryouts coming up in like August, so that's basically like a plan that you can do, or something I'm looking forward to. Trying that again. Hopefully, something comes out of it. Being unsigned at the time. I think the biggest or one of the hardest things is motivation. I like to get motivation from Facebook clips or regular clips that I see through the internet. People who weren't successful starting off but are now successful, not just in the sports industry, but whatever their profession is, whether it's radio, TV, or something like that. I try to gain motivation from that. I try to look at guys who are superstars now in the league that weren't household names at the time. I try to gather motivation from that. But I definitely have a core group of guys that I went to college with, that I use as motivation, whether I'm texting them directly or watching their journey on social media. Lee Fisher is practically family. He's a guy that I've known pretty much my whole life. We had the opportunity to play college ball together our last couple of seasons. With him being overseas already, he definitely connects me with any agents he may know, any job postings he may see online, or any upcoming leagues that are looking for players. He definitely puts my name out there and does whatever he can We're always in contact through texting. Just make sure each one is good and our next step. So that's a guy who definitely keeps me motivated. Aaron Williams, another guy I got an opportunity to play college ball with. He's pretty much known my struggle because we pretty much went through the same thing while we were in college. So he was overlooked as well, so he knows that struggle. His work ethic is tremendous. I think that although we both may go through ups and downs, I think that constant connection of us talking, whether it's on the phone or through text, keeps both of us going. And I think one of the biggest things that I get out of talking to him is basically go down swinging. It's a quote that we both used. Whether it happens or not, we're gonna know that we left everything out there and we did everything we could. It just wouldn't happen. It just wasn't meant to be. But it's not gonna be our fault. His brother Evan Williams is another guy that I like to follow, but I like to keep in touch with. He's been through various injuries while he's an athlete. Now he's transitioned to the trainer aspect, and he's basically trains us and makes sure we're on the top of our game. So whenever our name is being called, we're ready. He's definitely working to be one of the best trainers in the world. Right now he's with Under Armour, so his journey is something that I like to watch as well. I met him while at Chicago State as well. We both got our degrees in communication. The beautiful thing about what Hot Rod is doing, he has a lot of creative ideas, and he's keeping it in the city. One idea is his pep rally takeover that he has started, where he goes to various high schools around the city and basically puts on a pep rally of fun. Great time for the guys. He brings local Chicago artists to their school, and they just have a dope time, dope event. And I think that's big because from the outside looking in, people can view Chicago as this, murder capital, dangerous place. But Hot Rod going out there and actually touching the people and giving them something to do. Maybe in return, they would want to be a DJ or whatever they go on and do, they'll bring it back to their high school or bring it back to the community. So I think that's a great thing what he's doing. Nate Duhan is another guy I got to play basketball with. He transitioned. He's starting a business. I know he's working with some T-shirts. So just the drive he has to start that business is even though it's not in the sports industry or sports field, it's still another endeavor that he always had. So him starting that, to see his grind with that, to see his constant working on his business, working on his website, working on things like that, that's another guy that I look to. I don't really text him as much, but I'm watching his journey. Jameer is another guy that I went to college with. He's not playing at the time anymore, but now he's an assistant coach at prep school, I believe, out in Florida. I know back in our time playing while we were in a hotel together, he always talked about coaching and things of that. So I'm glad to see him doing what he's doing. There's not a lot of African American coaches, so that's one of his, or college coaches, or maybe even NBA coaches. That's one of his dreams, and to see him push being away from his family all the way in Florida, being from Chicago, I know that's got to be tough. So I just watch all these guys, all their journeys to keep me motivated, we all want to see each other make it. So constant texting, constant uplifting is something that we have. So that's I definitely appreciate that from you guys, and it definitely keeps me motivated, whether you know it or not. Checking in live from the gym. Just got in here. As you can see, there's no one in here. I mean, these are times where I like to get in and get my workout in when nobody's in here, so I can do pretty much what I want to do without any restrictions. I'm gonna start off in the weight room, get like 30 minutes, 35 to 45 minutes in there, then head to the court, get some workouts in. Check out you guys later.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was enough.
That's too much kitty.
That was enough.
That's too much kitty.
Cut you. How about that?
The kitty, the pity.
Motorcycle, you taking that parking spot.
Ain't no parking. That's park. I gotta get my steps together.
You park on the other side. Like, park like that. Go right there.
Okay. Capiche? I'll make you walk super far. What you looking at, brother? Squeeze. Squeeze. Every rep, squeeze. Chin down. Look straight ahead. Look straight ahead. Chin down.
Probably gonna get a mile and a half in. Just trying to stay ready, man. You never know when your name's gonna get called. Preparation is probably the hardest things when you're not in season at the moment, but I'm just trying to stay ready. Check back in with y'all after I get this run in. Whew. 8 minutes, 16 seconds. It's all right. I did a mile. Walking back to the car. Oh man, I'm tired. I just try to mix it up. Basketball workouts, running outside since it's so nice. Try to mix it up. Always trick my body when I want to get used to something. But yeah, man, I'm on a journey. Wrapping up this video, I'd just like to thank my family and friends for the continued support. You guys have done an amazing job of keeping me motivated. There are two things that prompted me to do this video. There's an article posted on Facebook by Will. It's by a lady named Prim Siripipat. Hopefully I said that right. It's called Moving On from College, An Athlete's Greatest Challenge. I think it's an interesting story. She's a former athlete as well. She used to play tennis for Duke, and now she works for ESPN. And it's another book by Charlamagne the God. It's called Black Privilege. Opportunity Comes to Those Who Create It. And these two articles, this article and book, it just led me to, it's something that I always wanted to do. And it just led me to stop procrastinating and go ahead and do it. I think the biggest thing about, there's a lot of great ideas that people have. I think the biggest thing is time management. Most people feel they may not have the time. You know, most people work an 8-hour day. Some advice that I would give, I would say just set some time aside each day, whether it's 30 minutes or an hour. Just set aside time. Maybe one day you just write out what you actually want to do, or write out things that can help you to achieve this goal. And then each day, or maybe month, or maybe by a week, maybe a month, I think just try to knock out those goals. And next thing you know, or whatever that dream that you may want to do, or that you want to do, you'll be that much closer. I think the most important thing is never give up. No matter how long it takes, no matter how stressful that may be. I think never give up, because a dream is never killed or is never dead until you decide you can't do it anymore. So once again, I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time out to watch. Hopefully I inspired you guys to maybe document your journey, or even start your journey.